last things. Hello people, welcome to another episode of Testimony Friday, and I am your host Sunny. So in this episode, I'll be sharing with you a testimony from one lady in the name of Belinda Forson. Even as you listen, be blessed. So here it goes. If I start to brag about the God I serve, someone may not understand and may only think I am exaggerating, but that's their problem. Because I know the God I serve. I may not know what you are going through and how long you've been praying about it. But one thing I know is that leave all your burdens and heartache to Him. Just surrender every little thing to Him, withholding nothing, and just see if He will not do it for you. We all have our time of breakthrough. The fact that someone's own came before you doesn't mean He has totally forgotten you. Somewhere last year, I had this sudden lump on my hand. I'll be showing the lump in the... She said, somewhere last year, I had this sudden lump on my hands. Didn't know where it came from. It just started as something small and boom, it became big. I later got to know it was called Lipoma. It was getting embarrassing for me because everyone who noticed it would be asking me, Bells, what's that? Have you gone to the hospital? Has it been checked? And a whole lot of questions, which felt very uncomfortable for me. So my sister, Belinda Forson, told me that there were some foreign doctors who came to their hospital to look at such cases. So she would book an appointment for me anytime they came to Ghana. And then my mom's younger sister, Felicia Ampa, also put an appointment for me so I could have it removed. But that particular doctor who was supposed to do it for me was on leave and I had to wait again. Fast forward to this week, we were having a whole week prayer program, Moments of Discovery, which we normally have every 3 months. So, on Sunday, the lamp was still there. So Monday evening, which was the beginning of the program, I went, prayed, and did all other activities. Not knowing that whilst I slept on Monday, the God who heals without leaving any operation marks on you, He came and touched my hand while I was asleep, and He totally healed me. I woke up on Tuesday morning, as usual, put on my wristwatch without even looking at my hand because I knew the lamp was still there. So I did not even care to look at it until I boarded a car almost to my destination, and a young man was looking at me. So I was checking to see if he could see the lamp on my hand. And that was when I realized that, oh my God, it's no longer there. How is this even possible? How can something like that just disappear overnight, leaving not even a single... What I said, she said, the living God. I didn't go to any prayer camp. I didn't buy any anointing oil or water. No one blowed air on me. No prophet prophesied to me. It was my own church, my own Pentecost church. The God who doesn't need a dime or penny from you before healing you. He did it all for free for me. Unless the doctors and nurses here tell me it's possible for lipoma to disappear without a trace in just less than 10 hours. Continue to trust and wait upon Him, for He has many things in store for you. There's nothing impossible for Him to do, if only you will continue to make Him your God and seek His face and trust in His word. I don't need anyone to tell me that my God is or is not. You can have your own belief, but no one, absolutely no one, is going to tell me or take me away from Him. You might have lost all hope, but I'm telling you, He still looks for you. He still looks out for you. Get up this instant, lock your windows and doors, go on your knees, walk around the room, feel the heat in the room, begin to pray to Him. Okay, for us who are experiencing winter right now, feel the cold in your room. Okay, she said, pour your heart out, let it all go, cry all you can, scream all you can, surrender everything to Him, withholding nothing, and see if you won't feel content. Wow, I actually have nothing else to add to it, because she didn't just share her testimony, she gave you how she went about it. I don't know so much about lipoma, but from little research that I did, it doesn't go just easily. But she went to church one evening, then the next morning, lipoma was gone, disappeared without a trace. It could only be God. So, even as you are waiting on God for answers to your prayer, I just pray that you build up your faith. Just go to the Word, as I usually say, go to your Word. Look for scriptures that are in line with whatever situation you are facing. It's not enough just to say you believe in the Word of God, or you believe that God is going to interfere in your situation. You just have to base it on something. The Word is spirit and it is life. So even as you are reading the Word and you are meditating on it, the life of the Word is being built up in you. You are building your faith. He said, faith cometh by hearing and hearing of the Word of God. Meditate and meditate on the Word of God over and over again. And even as you pray based on that revelation that you've received from the Word of God that you learned, your prayers would be answered. So this has been Testimony Friday, and until next week, I have been your host, Sabi. This is Testimony Friday, and this is how we overcame. Take care.